Now, live from Artie's Cut Rate Liquor Store, shooting range, candle shop, bowling alley, massage parlor, it's the Dave and Doc Podcast.
Hello.
Howdy ho, neighbor. Happy night.
You gotta talk like this.
Weren't expecting. Howdy ho,
No, was it?
You weren't
No.
expecting that.
I was not. No, I was not expecting that.
We made it back.
We made it back. Had some hiccups last week and some traveling and
scheduling
stuff
travels
happened. But we're back for episode
events.
76 of the Dave and Doc Podcast. I'm Dave.
And I'm Doc.
All things Dave and Doc, if you will, are on our website, if you please, at www.daveanddoc.com. That's Dave, A-N-D, Doc, D-O-C.com.
I'm fuzzy.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, I'm still fuzzy. It's okay.
You'll get.
I look a little bit out of focus. It's not coming back to me.
There
we go.
Look at you. There you go.
Jesus, everything. That's it. Man, how are you?
I'm okay.
You've been busy.
I've been busy.
We've been busy. Your voice is taking a hurt.
My voice is almost gone. I got to stop smoking.
I mean, we've talked about this.
But
you know,
I love Pall Malls, man.
and you've got to stop eating your anal condyloma. That's just not. It's not really healthy. It kind of the
Wasn't that
acidity.
the song by the Knack? No, it's my Sharona. No, never mind. Condyloma.
Anal condyloma. Boom, boom, da, da, da.
Number one on the radio charts, ladies and gentlemen.
That is so messed up.
No, I'm doing okay, man. It was we had a busy weekend last weekend. We went to Nashville.
We're gonna get into some of that.
I'm trying to be a country music star.
It was a discovering weekend.
Fuck. It was
Not so much.
No, it was
not so
something.
much.
It was something, but I'm glad to be
soccer.
back.
We had soccer on.
That's right. You had soccer.
Yeah, Callan's into the soccer. She's having fun with it. She's playing good defense. I hope she scores. The boys on her team all want to score. They get in each other's way.
Yeah.
It's like this. It's just the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Do you need me to come coach and go football mode on them?
I mean,
I can.
They don't. It
I
actually,
understand it's upward. That might not be. It might be frowned.
Oh, you'd
upon.
being too intense. But I mean, the team they played on Tuesday, I mean, and Saturday, I mean, they get a little chippy. You know, it's like they get a little chippy. It's okay.
Yeah.
If it's funny how that you say that though, because if they had some positional understanding, and I get it, they're young, and I didn't play soccer, so you know that's not my thing. But positional, you could do some football-ish positioning, and that would actually probably help the spacing on the field and
Can
stuff.
you tackle now in soccer, or is that still? Is that a no-go?
I don't think you can.
That's a no-go. Okay.
That is a no-go. Now they fake like they're hurt all the time. I do still know that. That's
Oh, that happens in football too.
well.
But coach, I broke my arm.
Yeah, but it's a little bit more legitimate because they're actually getting hit. You know. So I thought we'd do some dad soccer jokes without further ado, because I know we got a lot we got to get into. So,
Sure.
but soccer, you know, Callan's enjoying it, and I'm happy she's having fun. All right, so you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, without further ado, what is the difference between a bad soccer team and the Bermuda Triangle?
What?
The Bermuda Triangle has 3 points.
Oh. Is that a lot in soccer? I don't know.
It's a high-scoring game.
Oh, okay.
Help.
I didn't know. I really don't know.
Why did everyone steer clear of the striker in the game?
Why is that?
On the field, he was pretty offensive.
What's the striker do?
Tries to score. It's like your...
Doesn't everybody do that, though?
No, you kind of have your defenders, your midfielders, and then you have your forwards. And you know, not everybody's... The defenders aren't really trying to get down there to score.
Holy shit. No wonder I don't like this. It doesn't make sense. God, it's terrible. Sorry, go ahead. Except Cowan, you're awesome. You keep going.
Why is it always warmer after a soccer game?
Why is that?
All the fans have left.
Well.
What did the bad soccer announcer get for Christmas?
What?
Coal!
Knew it.
You should have said it.
Knew it.
That would have been so much better if you'd said it.
I knew it.
That was good. That was good. You knew that one, though.
I did. I knew that was
Yeah,
good.
that's it. See, that's good. What is a soccer fan's favorite grooming product?
What's that?
Oil of Olay, 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 Olay. Cut it off before I finished it. The thing that people like the most is that I laugh at it, and you're just trying not to just say something completely inappropriate with each one. But a few do get you. Like we'll get a couple good ones. But the best part is you trying to refrain from just taking it to another whole level, and me laughing at it because it's kind of funny.
When have I ever said anything inappropriate?
Never.
Name one time.
No, but you know what I'm saying, because you're just trying. You're like, man.
I was going to say name one time in this episode.
Right. We've been doing good. We're good. We're good. So there you go. So there's some soccer dad jokes.
Yeah.
A lot of good running. Got to be in some good physical fitness. So there you go.
There is a lot of running in soccer.
And Callan's a good runner. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Callan might be able to play football if she wanted to.
That she could get after.
She's
it.
kind of tough.
She likes to get after it.
Yeah.
She got beamed right in the face with the soccer ball. Didn't even flinch. I was like, whoa.
There you go.
She didn't even. I mean, and it was coming at her hard too. That was this past Saturday.
Now, what did she do for the? Is she wearing goggles?
No, she got her regular glasses on.
Oh,
yeah, no head. Oh yeah, man. No, she took it like a champ. She was like,
go.
She was like, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Yeah, she's pretty tough though.
Those are my kind of kids.
She plays good D. Like I said, they don't really have a defensive setup, but I mean, she's chased quite a few people down and stopped them from scoring, which is pretty. I mean, she runs.
Well, it's upward, so I just assumed that if you got ready to score, they'd come take the ball.
There is no goalie, so the goalie's been pulled.
Man, I told you you're a better man than me. We tried that one year with Upward, and when I found out they didn't keep score in basketball, I said, "The what?"
Oh no, they don't keep score. But the parents on the teams totally know what the score is. I mean, every game, not just our people, the other teams, they know what the score of the game is.
This one kid shot this ball, and I mean that thing went maybe 3 feet off the ground and went right into the wall. And she goes, "Good try." I'm like, no, it's not. That's terrible. Learn to shoot.
They probably ready to throw you out.
Well,
no, I mean, I get a little bit loud. I mean, basketball was bad because I mean, that's what I played, so that's kind of my thing. And I would start talking, and Laura'd be like, "You got to." And I'm like, I didn't say anything inappropriate, but apparently I'm being loud, which I'm loud anyway.
That's okay.
But yeah, I mean, they just weren't ready for me. I was like, I ain't never gonna coach. They'll throw me out of Upward. I'll be thrown out.
I would have loved for a camera to have been on me when I found out they didn't keep score. The look on my face would have been like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's a different thing. It really is.
Like, what are we doing? Eating snow cones and running around?
Kinda. But the ref, they don't keep score, but trust me, the parents are keeping score.
No.
But it's good because she'd never played soccer, so it's kind of got her, and she enjoys it. So I'm like, maybe that leads to playing something.
Yeah, no.
And I mean, we're 7, right? So I mean,
yeah, I mean,
some people, they've already got their kids. They're like, you're going to be a baseball player. You're going to be, and it's like, man, I don't know.
At age 7, you shouldn't be in full on fist fights till you're at least 8. At least 8.
I think 9.
Well, I mean, it depends.
2 little boys came face to face though on Saturday's soccer game. They did our team and the other team. They got after
Throw
it.
Bibles at each other.
That's mean. That's so mean.
All right, that's as far as we got. We got this far. We got 7 minutes into the podcast. I said something inappropriate. Yeah. All right, you got me now.
Just those little memory verse cards. That's what they do.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not.
It was okay.
You like those little Bibles? Those little tiny Bibles?
The New Testament was placed by the Gideons.
No, these are like these.
The little pamphlet.
No, these are like the full. It's a full Bible, and the text is so small you can't read it. Somebody got me one when I was a kid.
I mean, they have those with the. Are you sure it wasn't just the New Testament?
No, it was all 9 testaments. I'm just kidding. No, it was the Old and New Testament. I went to church.
Oh my God!
Have you read the Second Testament?
Oh my God!
No, it was old and new. It was old and new, but it was just tiny. It was a little tiny
Yeah,
Bible.
there's no way I'd be able to read.
Mini Bible. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think anybody did. You'd have to have
That would be hard if you were
glass.
doing like Bible drills to like learn the verses and stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
you couldn't see the numbers.
Little scavenger hunt in the Bible.
That'd be hard.
I did that at Bible school one year. A little scavenger hunt.
Oh yeah, that was always I love
Bible
that. I love all that
scavenger.
stuff.
Well, when I say I did it, I was in the room while they were doing
Oh, you didn't participate? Loser.
I was drinking Kool-Aid.
Was it the orange Kool-Aid?
Whatever mom sent. Mom supplied the Kool-Aid for the Bible school. So, like, I brought all the Kool-Aid.
Oh,
Yeah. So, yeah.
your mom supplied the Kool-Aid.
I'm sure I got in trouble for not participating because, you should be punished.
Did they make you hold a snake too?
No, we were. So it wasn't very far from us, though, where the snake stuff was happening. That was Grundy, Virginia.
Oh,
Who I know people there in Grundy listen to the show, so they'll know this. But one of the famous churches that had been like on Discovery or
yeah.
I don't know, Weekly World News or something. I don't know.
Weekend update.
A weekend update, something. One of those churches is in Grundy, Virginia, though. That they do like the rattlesnakes and that sort of stuff.
They have that here too. I mean, it is here. It's just not.
That's a level of crazy that I'm just not willing.
Well,
Dude, it's crazy.
I'm not interested in holding a snake anytime. I mean, that's just not high on my list. Sorry.
I mean, listen, you guys have to give me a pep talk and lay me down to get blood out of me. I ain't holding a rattlesnake.
Man, what if like we threatened you with like a snake in the room?
Oh no.
What would happen?
I'd leave. I mean, I wouldn't.
What if it was in the entryway? What would you do?
I wouldn't come in.
No, I mean, so what if you were in the room and we put it at the door and its head was up at the door? What would you do?
Well, I mean, I would back away and leave. Like,
No, there's nowhere to go. I'm saying like you're in the exam room.
Oh, in the exam
and you're on the
room.
table
Oh.
and the snake's in front of the door with its head up.
well, I
I
would start to charm it with my personality.
Oh, there you go.
I've usually got meth at your office anyway. I just give it some meth.
There you go.
Right?
You don't think that would make it more exciting?
What's wrong? I was going to say a rattlesnake on meth.
I don't know.
It would lose its teeth, though, right?
don't-
Because that's what happens.
Damn. Can you imagine it? What's wrong with your snake? Well, I gave it some meth.
It's old Gummy.
It's got meth.
Old
mouth.
Gummy. Old Gummy ain't going to hurt you. Don't worry about old Gummy. You feed me a worm? Old Gummy.
I have to chew up the rat and then feed it to him. Give him some balut. If you all know what balut is, I want you to get on the website and comment and tell us. I'm not telling you what it is, but
No.
if you really know what balut is, please comment.
If you've had balut,
If you've eaten balut,
if you've eaten it, if you have consumed it,
if you can prove you have eaten balut, $25 gift card.
hang on, I got a hair in my mouth. What?
Oh, that's nasty.
I'm sorry, what?
That's nasty. Oh my God. That's nasty. Shoo. Balut.
Hey, we go
Just saying.
from snakes at churches
And
'cause
balut.
that's where they live. To Townsend, Tennessee this weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
Speaking
the
of scary stuff.
fourth annual Sasquatch Festival. It is the Sasquatch Festival, Townsend, Tennessee. Fourth annual, as a matter of fact. Would you like to hear some of the lineup?
Yeah.
So
I was trying to get there with some comments, but it's
listen. It's his.
Do you know the founder of the Sasquatch Festival? I'm just curious. I do not.
I don't know.
Fourth annual though.
Yeah, fourth annual.
So they started this during COVID.
Yeah.
And they've survived 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the national anthem starts with slash squash.
No, it doesn't. Slash squatch.
Yeah, that's at 10 a.m.
With the national anthem.
With the national anthem. There's a battle royale wrestling, and I got it on good authority that is somebody who used to be a wrestler or something who comes out and kind of jacks up the crowd, telling them they're all stupid because they believe in Bigfoot and stuff. And then like Bigfoot or Sasquatch, whatever you want to call him, comes out and wrestles the guy.
You're kidding.
No.
Now, Dave.
There's the little
Now, Dave,
squatchette dancers are there too.
No, it's not. You a dadgum liar. That is not true. You made that up.
What is that?
You made that up. I believe the wrestling promo.
It is
The little Sasquatch dancers.
the scat.
You can't even say it.
Whatever. Yeah. The squatchette. The Sasquatch. So
Sasquatchettes?
No, it's just squashette.
Squatchettes?
Yeah.
The Squatchettes.
The squashette
You a
dancers.
dadgum liar.
No. Turtle Man's going to be there.
Shut up.
Do you know who Turtle Man is?
No.
So it's this dude.
The Squatchettes and Turtle Man.
It's this guy who's crazy as shit. Takes his shirt off and he gets in like, like the hot chick that gets like the catfish or whatever. Well, he's super not hot, but he takes his shirt off.
You talking about Hannah Barron?
Yeah. Same thing. He gets
No, it's not. Let's just
No.
We just need to go ahead and get that out the way.
I'm
Are you
making a
feverish?
comparison.
There's something wrong with you.
No, because if she was
It's
taking
not
her
the
shirt
sa-
off,
it's
that's what
not
I'd be
the
watching
same.
right now.
It's not the same.
So he gets in water.
It's not the same.
Without his shirt
noodling.
on. No. He's not noodling. He gets snapping turtles.
Oh, that's stupid.
It is stupid.
Does he put like the sleeve on?
No, nothing. No, he just goes and gets them and holds them up over his head. And then he makes this weird noise.
He does what?
Yeah, he gets the snapping turtle, holds it up over his head, and does this stupid noise. And he's Turtle Man. He's going to be there.
Where did you... You have too much time.
I don't. That's the problem.
Where did you learn about Turtle Man?
So I learned all of this.
Where is Pig Man?
I learned all of this at
Pig
work.
Man?
I learned
Sheep Man?
back up, buddy.
Back up.
Horseman will be there too. Inside joke.
Oh my gosh. Turtle Man.
Horseman.
Turtle Man and the Masters of the Turtle Head popping out.
Horseman says, "Easy, girl."
Man,
So Turtle Man
is this like is this a local guy or is this like
I
somebody
don't think
that
so. I don't think he's a local guy. I don't think he's local to
hailing from parts unknown? Turtle Man.
Turtle Man.
I am Turtle Man. Yeah.
He
What
does.
if it bites him like in the face and
Well,
like
it's probably
eats his
going
nose
to.
off?
I mean, these things are huge snapping turtles.
That is stupid. Turtle Man.
I'm trying to see what else is there. There's the Bigfoot calling contest, which let me ask you a question. When
There's
you have
a Bigfoot calling contest.
So let's say we had a duck calling contest, right? Let's just say we had one.
Turtle Man Ernie Brown.
Do you know how you can measure the success of a duck calling contest? If a duck actually comes to you, right?
I mean, that seems legitimate.
How would you judge a Bigfoot calling contest?
Well, he's there wrestling. He's going to come. That's his theme music. So whoever does the best, that's when he comes out to wrestle the guy.
I'm saying the hottest girl there is probably going to win. I'm just throwing that out there.
I mean, that could be legitimate.
I don't know. But if I'm Bigfoot,
You think Hannah Barron will be there?
oh, I'd be there.
What if she was the special guest? Oh my God.
I think she's above this at this point.
Oh, I mean, sure.
Bigfoot Action Theater. I have no idea what that is.
What is that?
There's a carving thing too, where like people carve things with chainsaws.
Oh.
So yeah, folks, alcohol, chainsaws, and Bigfoot. What could go wrong?
Call of the Wild Man, Turtle Man. I'm finding this guy.
Zeb Ross, the TikTok viral clogger, will be there.
What?
Yeah, I don't know who the hell that is.
What did you just say? The viral clogger.
Zeb Ross, who is the TikTok viral clogger, will be there. Yes.
I found Turtle Man.
Yeah.
Turtle Man's definitely been bit. He's got some rap on it.
Oh, yeah.
This is that just
Big Tovin plays the classics.
Stop it. Stop. Stop.
It's in Townsend, Tennessee, folks. And by the time you listen to this podcast, it'll be about time for you to go because this will probably.
He's advertising it quite a bit. Turtle Man.
Turtle Man. How do you know you have that skill? You know?
I don't know, but that just Moonshiner Josh and Turtle Man at the Smoky Bear Music Fest in Pickens, South Carolina. So he was in Pickens, South Carolina before he came over here. So basically, that's his gimmick. Turtle Man.
Turtle Man.
Da-da-da. When I wave this magic turtle above my head, and it drops a deuce, I become Turtle Man.
I should write a song called Turtlehead.
Oh wait.
I should have played it this week, but I didn't get it ready.
I'm glad the theme music was back.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You didn't like the song at all?
No. We've been through this.
I know, but I just can't understand.
No, and I didn't think about it. I just think, yeah, I'm glad. We needed to be back.
Yeah.
We did.
Maybe we can get Slash Squatch to come.
Slash Squatch. The Squatchettes. And Squatchy Wrestling.
Tickets are $13 a pop for this.
Kids under 3 are free. No, it doesn't say that. I think it's
kids under 3 might be eaten by Slash Squatch.
By Slash Squatch.
The Sasquatch. It's called the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Festival, but everything's Sasquatch. So
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
Why is there no Nosferatu?
Well, they're redoing that movie.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're doing a reboot of that.
Nosferatu?
Yeah, I guess.
Of course, that's all they do anymore is redo all the old movies.
I mean, the thing was, that movie had no. It was a silent movie. It was just music and the words on the screen, and so whatever the hell that's called, captions. It took me a minute. I couldn't remember.
Closed captioning for the deaf and hearing impaired.
Brought to you by
Slash Squatch.
Trojan Condoms.
Bo Blanken with Farm Bureau Insurance. And drop that in a minute.
So, yeah. So they're redoing that movie, though. Yeah, they're.
How do you know that?
I somehow came across that. I don't know.
You lie.
No.
Nosferatu.
How would I know? I'm not searching for.
Did you watch Roadhouse again this week?
No, God. It was terrible. I am going to watch Unfrosted.
Oh, the Pop-Tarts.
This weekend, yeah.
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. Pretty excited about that one. I hope it doesn't suck. Because I love Jerry Seinfeld.
I just don't think it will. I think everything that guy does is hilarious and good.
He says it's just a stupid movie, and I'm like,
it's just like the show. Yeah. Everybody's gonna love it because it's gonna be hilarious. And that's part of why he does it, because he's like, let me just see how stupid I can make this, and people are gonna love it because it's stupid, and they understand that I did it to be that way. Unfrosted.
Oh, and I didn't ask you.
If you give me the donuts, I'm gonna glaze them.
I'm gonna. So
saying.
Let me ask you this:
Drippy.
For next year, for the 5th year, for the 5th year anniversary of the Bigfoot Festival.
Yes.
How about we work out a deal and the Dave and Doc podcast is live
at the Bigfoot
Festival?
Okay.
I think it'd be the greatest thing ever.
I mean, if they'll put us on.
I think it would be wonderful because I want to interview I want to wrestle Sasquatch. I volunteer right now to wrestle Sasquatch.
And this is on tape. I mean,
yes.
this is we got a video feed.
Sasquatch, if you're listening, I'm coming after you, brother. What are you gonna do?
What you gonna do
when all 5'6" of Dave Mann
runs wild on you?
He's gonna kill me. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna knock the shit out of me. I'm gonna get.
You'd be looking like Hornswoggle wrestling the Big Show.
Hornswoggle. God, I forgot about that guy.
Every time I talk about wrestling, all I can ever go back to is when we lost our minds with the Stink Face and Rikishi.
He did it to Stephanie McMahon.
That was because I was like, it's not true. And you're like, Rikishi. And that was it. We died. Yeah, he did. He did it he did do it to Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah.
See, that's where I don't care if you were the $1 billion. Of course, Vince crapped on a woman's head.
Yeah, right.
So, allegedly. Sorry, allegedly.
Let me ask you this about Vince McMahon. If he was crapping on people's head, and I'm sorry, folks, I know we're jumping around here.
We're just having ADD.
But this is what we do.
This is what we do.
If we'll get back to Bigfoot.
Speaking of Bigfoot.
If you're willing to take a dump on somebody.
Yeah.
Just
you don't really have any fear in the rest of life.
But what would you be willing to let someone do to you? If that's your limit, if that was his limit, what would you be willing to let someone do to you? I mean, just ponder that for a second, you know?
I think part of that's. Oh shit! I think part of that's probably not much because I think he just that dominant.
You think he was just doing it, but not he wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be down with that.
Do you think Vince McMahon would let me pee on him?
No.
Do you think that would happen?
No.
Yeah. Oh well.
No.
That'd be good entertainment.
I'm gonna piss on you. I'm gonna piss on you. No, I don't think that would happen. No, I think he just did it as a power trip because there's obviously something wrong with your brain if you're dropping a hot deuce on somebody.
Me versus Sasquatch.
Right.
Loser gets crapped on.
That's a terrible idea. That's a
Good publicity, though.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, it probably would be bad. I might throw up.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I think I would.
Because it would be a massive Sasquatch deuce on you.
He's eating Jack Link's beef.
Oh. Oh, no.
Dave gets body slammed, and here comes the deuce. The deuce is loose. 1, 2.
I would like to see you hit a high, elbow drop or a high cross body block off the top rope.
I'll try it, man.
I mean,
listen, I'm willing to get. Well, I mean, I'll need you there for that. Like, so it'll.
What am I gonna do? I ain't jumping off of nothing. I'll tell you right now.
Our show's gonna have to be there because you're my doctor. Because I'm obviously gonna need somebody in the ambulance with me.
We'll just get you roided up. We'll put you on some testosterone.
There you go.
Like about 3 months before.
There you go.
And you'd be like the ultimate warrior.
Let's do both. Let's do steroids and Ozempic at the same time.
God.
I want to be skinny and ripped. Weighing in at 101 pounds, Roid Rage Dave Man. I'm gonna get us to the Sasquatch Festival next year. We're gonna be there. The Dave and Doc podcast is gonna be live in Townsend, Tennessee, and it is gonna be so much fun.
I mean, I am kind of intrigued. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know about the Squatchettes. I don't know about that.
That's the only reason I'm going.
And Big Toven.
The fuck is that? Big Toe.
Roll over, Big Toven.
Take a dump on his chest.
Oh my God. Hailing from parts unknown.
Yeah, so somebody at work told me about that.
Sasquatch.
And then so I said, I'm probably going to talk about this on the pod because I warn everybody that knows me. I'm like, don't tell me stuff because I will talk about it. Like, if you don't
Are they
want
going?
me, yeah, they're going.
Well, they should totally get it. Won't shoot.
Yeah.
We should have hooked it up this year.
I know. Well, it was too late to do it. Like, it was just too late. Like, I found out about this like yesterday.
Oh, it was okay.
Yeah, so.
Maybe that's why they held back because they knew you'd try to get some of that. Be like, oh, we're going.
Probably. They knew I couldn't turn down the squash.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 1. 5 against 1. That's some randomness, and now I'm out of focus again. I gotta stop doing that. It's not gonna. Nope, can't get me.
Yeah,
Dun, 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 dun.
it'll come back in.
No, can't focus. Dun, 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 dun.
So anyway, that's the Bigfoot Festival, Sasquatch Festival.
Go see it. $13.
Yeah, $13. It says tickets starting. Let me look at that again. It says tickets starting at $13. Oh, there's VIB tickets.
Very important Bigfoot. Very important something.
Oh no, that's expired.
VIP.
You can't even buy those tickets now.
VIB.
Yeah, so
on me.
Get
Let
tickets.
me see what you're working with.
Let's see what we got.
Look at them big hips. Gonna make you smile.
Holy shit!
Go ahead, child.
So VIP
Get your
parking.
VIB on.
VIP parking is $31 for VIP parking.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What do you get?
I mean, you have to park in Bigfoot shit.
I guess you get to park next to Bigfoot.
I guess I don't know.
Get to park close to the Sasquatch.
So if it's you and your family there, expect to pay about $100 to get in, and if you pay for the parking, and you get to have sex with Bigfoot. There you go.
Eve.
I don't know what happens at this thing. Here's what I know. If you look at a map of the event, there is the parking lot, and then there is a thing that says beer/restrooms. And there's guys with chainsaws and people running around wrestling. I'm just telling you, somebody's getting shit on. That's just going to happen. And it might be me next year. That might be Bigfoot's like main move.
You know what? You should,
The Rashidi. He's gonna do it, Jim. Here comes the Rashidi.
you could be Valtrex Man. Oozing the pus of justice.
Valtrex. Herpes. Was it George Carlin said that the people in New Jersey were just so happy that a disease come out that they can mispronounce as hoipies.
Hoipies.
He said they haven't been able to do that since tuberculosis. George Carlin, ladies and gentlemen.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, so go see Bigfoot. He's what?
Once you go big, you never go back.
That's true.
Or you do go back, because this is the 4th year in a row.
That's true. Yeah, next year is the 5th anniversary of the Sasquatch.
Dropping a nickel for that pickle.
Do you think they just do it in towns in Tennessee, or they do it all over the country?
I don't know.
You would think that'd be a moving around show.
Maybe.
But Dave and Doc's going to be there next
You could wrestle Turtle Man. That's what you could do.
I think I'm worried about wrestling anybody. I think I'm going to get hurt.
It'll be all right.
I feel like I'm going to get
We'll
injured.
get you roided up before it. It'll be fine. we'll do the legal testosterone. You can go to the low T clinic. They'll put somebody out there. Oh, your testosterone's 500. Oh, we need to make it at least 900. And it's like, oh my God. Yeah.
I just make everybody in the front row pregnant just from stepping in the ring. So much testosterone. That's what I used to say about that movie, The Expendables. I'm like, women shouldn't go. There's so much testosterone there that you're knocked up.
You're gonna get pregnant.
Yeah.
You walked in. Oh,
there was an episode of Family Guy where the family's in the front row at an NBA game.
Yeah.
And LeBron James falls across Meg and I forget Lois. Lois is his wife. Meg and Lois. He goes, "You guys okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're fine." When he stands up, they're both like 8 months pregnant.
oh my God.
That's beautiful.
That is messed
They're like,
up.
"What a nice guy." I'm like, oh my God. Oh, talking about Vince McMahon taking shits on people and things that are messed up.
All the things that are messed up.
I've started rewatching Criminal Minds.
I don't think they ever had the Deuce episode.
No, there was no deuces.
It's a good show. Make you a little paranoid about life.
It's a great show, and when I finally learned that the episodes are actually based on real, actual crimes that the FBI's investigated.
Mm-hmm.
They changed some of the info,
Right.
but the actors keep changing on the show, and it's like I don't know, because like there was the brunette. I'm going to call her the brunette, and then the blonde who's AJ Cook. I know who that is.
Yeah.
Because I've been in love with her for years.
Yeah.
She just doesn't know it.
Shamar Moore.
And yeah. Who Lindsay was in love with.
Hotch from Dharma and Greg.
Yeah, and Hotch is he's Greg from Dharma and Greg, just in case you didn't know which one he was.
Yeah, he's definitely Greg.
In case you've never seen that show.
Yeah.
One was male.
Jenna Elfman was Dharma.
Yeah, she was Dharma. And yeah, he was on the show, and then Joe Montoya was on, not to be confused with the guy behind me, which is Joseph Montana.
Was it Joe Mantegna?
It's something like that. Yeah, whatever.
Well, because originally they had Mandy Patinkin on it, and he like made everybody mad or whatever.
He left in
happened.
like 2 seasons or something.
Yeah, because there was like creative difference or something. Because I've heard he's kind of hard to work with. I mean, that's what supposedly. I mean, who knows?
Same thing with Hotch.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
He got fired from the show like 3 episodes into one of the seasons.
Yeah.
And on the show, they said he had to go on a special assignment. Well, he never came back.
Yeah. They never let him back.
Which is why Shamar Moore left the show, is because he didn't want to work with him anymore. But yeah, so the actors have changed. So like right now, the brunette, the good-looking brunette's not there anymore, and there's somebody else there. I'm like into season 8 or 9. But at some point, I stopped watching it. But I think the thing goes on for like 15 seasons.
16. I was looking.
16?
I was
16?
trying to figure out. Yeah.
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 So it goes on forever. So I'm like, it's already starting to get like not great. But I know Shamar Moore leaves here shortly.
Yeah.
And then Hotch disappears. So I'm not sure how much longer it's the same thing happened the first time through. I started watching it and I really liked the show. And then people started leaving. And I didn't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah.
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 And I always hate that when they change actors and stuff. And I felt like they just try to keep that show on too many years.
Well, no, and that's what happens to a lot of shows. I mean, they let it keep running because I mean, you still have a faithful following, but then it's just not the same. It's like, I mean, think about ER. I mean, ER went for a number of seasons, and it survived George Clooney leaving because you still had Anthony Edwards being Mark Green.
Yeah.
And then when Mark Green died, from his metastatic brain cancer, the show you couldn't they had like, I think it was 3 more seasons or something like that after he left.
Yeah.
But it was never the same because you lost the 2 big pillars of the show.
Yeah.
Doug Ross, obviously George Clooney's character, and then Mark Green.
Oh, that show was called ER? I just called it Like, why are people watching this? Why is George Clooney on a show called Didn't it come on after Friends?
It was Thursday. It was Thursday night.
Yeah.
It was Thursday night. I can't remember if it came on after Friends. It came on at 10 o'clock at night on Thursday night.
Well, that'd have been after Friends. Friends was an 8 o'clock show.
Yeah, so Friends was 8 to 8:30, and then they'd have a couple other shows. But it was like Thursday night.
Frasier.
Yeah, Frasier was
Frasier, and then porn for 30 minutes. Peacock porn on NBC.
But yeah, they would usually have the
NBC.
The 9:30 would be like a filler show or whatever, and then they'd get into
and then
yeah,
and then would come on,
and I would always stay up late and watch it.
I haven't watched one episode of
You're kidding?
No.
For what it was, I mean, it was you had like Saint Elsewhere, which was
which I watched.
Yeah, no. I mean, so you had Saint Elsewhere, and that, I guess, that was probably the first kind of medical drama, but ER really took it to the next level because you had ER, and then CBS tried to do Chicago Hope or whatever it was to compete against them, and they did, and ER just beat the pants off of them because it was a much better show. I think it was Chicago Hope.
And then Dr. House came around.
And then so ER finishes, and then you have House come on Fox, and that was a whole nother,
which is a brilliant show.
It was a different approach than what ER had been, and that's what partially, that's part of what made it so successful.
Are you telling me all doctors are not drug addicts? Are you telling me that?
I am.
There is no way.
It's amazing.
There is no way.
Hang on, my arm's itching. Hang on a second.
I'm shaking and my arms itch.
Watch me stick my finger through my nose and out through my mouth. Cocaine.
I heard something really interesting. I didn't even put this down to talk about this week because I didn't know this is where we would get. But this is where we're at.
This is where we're at.
So I was reading this thing this week about people who have distrust in things, right? Like people who distrust the media, right? And like apparently like over 50% of people under the age of 32 get their news from social media. Good luck, rest of the world. I'm glad I'm old.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm just going to retire and let you all have it. But like it was interesting that like people had bad experiences with their doctor, and it was like 1 out of every 3 people. And the statistic didn't make sense to me, but like they polled like 10,000 people. It was like the average. It was a little bit more than 1 out of 3, like 1 out of 3 point whatever. But
sure,
somewhere around there.
I mean, you're talking basically a
had
third.
A bad experience,
basically a third.
A bad experience with their doctor.
Well, that's interesting. I wonder, did they show what they asked in terms of what constituted a bad visit?
No, they didn't.
Because the questions, that would be interesting to me to see what they were specifically asking.
Yeah, because it could have been, I was asking for meth, and my doctor wouldn't prescribe me meth.
So I once, when I had first started in outpatient medicine practicing, they, you get to see you get reviewed, and they do quarterly patient satisfaction scores. Have you ever been asked about a patient satisfaction score from me?
Oh, I do them every time.
Do you really? Okay. It's better now because it used to be you were
0 means good. Right?
Right.
Just making sure.
We want them low numbers. Low numbers. I give it a 10. A 10. 10. Before that, it was like they called you, and it was not randomized, because I remember I was in the committee that I was on with the it was Summit, and one of the doctors was like, he's like, I have patients that have never been called.
Yeah.
He's like, how is this randomized if we've been doing this for a couple years and everybody in a couple of years should have been called by now if it's truly randomized, and it wasn't. The same people were getting called every time.
Oh.
It was stupid.
I get one every time.
Not according to the IT people it wasn't, but you could totally tell because it's like, well, how are always these same people? Anyway, but when I first started out, I actually had a review, and the patient, and I know who it was because they ended up not being a patient with me. But they wrote on their review of me, they didn't give me good scores, and they said, wouldn't give me hydros for my fibro. No joke. And I remember my office manager, she was just
he's writing a rap song.
She was like, what in the world? And she was like, don't even worry about that. And I was like, I'm not, because I mean, it was fine. My review was fine, but that was one of the bad reviews. Didn't give me hydros for my fibro. Do you know what the actual treatment for fibromyalgia is?
I have no idea.
A graduated exercise program. That is actually the treatment of choice.
Oh.
And aquatic therapy is great because it takes a lot of the weight bearing impact out of it. So, but yeah, graduate exercise program is actually the treatment of choice for fibromyalgia. Didn't give me hydros for my fibro. Come on. Because you didn't really have fibromyalgia, first of all. You were seeking pills.
The only thing that I ever put in the comments section is I don't understand why he measures my inseam every time. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm not getting fitted for anything.
It's really just to make sure you don't have a cremaster disaster.
I'm like, I'm not getting fitted for anything.
So your cremasteric reflex, if you brush the inside of a gentleman's thigh, the testicle will retract. It's And
sorry, mine's retracted right
now. So
now.
cremaster disaster, basically, if that doesn't work, then you have trouble with things.
Yeah.
Functional things. If you have cremasteric reflex, if you can't, it's a problem. So they call it the way you remember is cremaster disaster. Just saying. Most things in medicine, they're mnemonics, and you find a lot of things that are probably not always.
In my medical chart, is my inseam changed over the years? It's
gotten smaller, actually.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. I'm getting older. I'm off the roids, or no, I'm on the roids. That's the opposite,
right? Yeah, I was gonna say, no, your shaft might elongate, but testicles shrivel up.
What you said was right, though, because the questions matter, right? Because, I get
because you can fix the survey. I mean, you can make it appear, how you want it to be.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so, if the primary focus is, how long did you have to wait?
Yeah.
How was it scheduling an appointment? How was the check-in process? Were the TVs from 1995?
Should be lucky if we were from 1995.
If it's stuff like that, then you're going to get dinged. Like I always get dinged on wait time because I spend more time talking to my patients than necessarily what's allotted, and so you get behind that way. But I do that for everybody, so that's why people don't mind because they know that I'm going to listen to you as long as you have to.
I was there. What was it? 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago,
and I got there early, right?
Yeah,
I got there early because sometimes I just do. Sometimes you guys are as busy and you call me back, and sometimes you don't, right? Yep. And I don't care.
Right. You're not worried.
No. It's like worst case, I'm like, I can just call his ass and just say, hey man, I'm
out
coming
to get me or what? Come on.
And so I read this sign out there. It says, if you've been waiting for more than 30 minutes, please tell somebody. And I had been, but it wasn't even my appointment time yet.
Right.
And you know how close I came to coming up there. Hey, it's been 30 minutes. What was your appointment time? Oh, it's not for another 15.
So we have people. I am fortunate enough. I do not have many people that do that, but I actually have a couple of people. They always show up like a half hour early for their appointment.
Right.
And when their actual appointment time is, they are coming up there to complain. And the staff looks at them and says, well, your appointment time literally is right now, and they're getting ready to call you back. But I've been waiting 30 minutes. It's like, yeah, but you got here early. That doesn't count. But literally, people just don't get it. They think it's like restaurant seating. Like if you just showed up before the rush that you're going to get seated.
Right,
It's like, no,
right.
you had a 2:15 appointment time. If you showed up at 1:30, I have a 1:15, 1:30, 1:45, 2:15, and then, then there's you. You know what I mean? And that's what, I have people, they think, yeah.
It's okay. I was just in the waiting room squinting to see what was on TV.
Yeah.
So,
And the whap.
in the WAP. In the WAP. Great Wi-Fi out there in the lobby. It's great. Because
But no, but back to the original thing with the questions on that. I mean, some of that doesn't surprise me either, because there's a lot of discussion in different places in time and still today, and it's the saying is, what did the patient hear?
yeah.
And I think that's one of the challenges too, because, really, if you're picking up about 40% of what actually got discussed in the office visit as the patient, I mean, you're doing really well, because it's a lot of information a lot of times. And so that's where what they want you to do is, and sometimes I'll write stuff out for people, or they want you to repeat the key points of the visit more than once, which sometimes to some people seems redundant, but that you try to go through the specific, so at least if nothing else, that's the part they remember of, oh yeah, here's what we're doing.
Right.
So I mean, I could see why people would have a negative experience, because if it's not taken that way, then they feel like they weren't listened to, and it probably wasn't easy to schedule, and you probably had to wait a long time. Well, you're going to give a bad review. Like, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Not listened to, hard scheduling, and waited for a long time. It's not going to be a good review. And so that's why, and so I could see that where a third of people would get upset. The other thing too is sometimes if you're in a hurry, you may not explain it as well for the person either, even though you explained it enough, quote unquote, but you didn't go into the detail that they were expecting, or they had more questions. And that's why it's really important at the end to be like, any other questions, or sometimes I'll be like, well, what else do you need from me? Or if nothing really big is going on, I say, well, everything looks good here. We're doing this. What do you need from me? Or what questions do you have?
Like, oxys for my moxie.
That's right. Oxy from a moxie, hydro from a fibro. That's it.
I came so close to going to the front desk. I've been waiting for 30 minutes.
That would have been hilarious. Of course, you know what they do. They call back there and said, hey, they're complaining about their appointment that just now started.
That'd be great. That'd be
So
great.
they do that, and they'll say, just a heads up, they're mad, but we did tell them that their appointment time just started.
I don't get the impression your front desk staff likes me. I don't think they do. I don't know.
Maybe you're just misunderstood.
Maybe. I don't know.
What makes you think
I've been
that?
misunderstood my whole life.
I mean,
Doc.
wearing the condom cap on your head every time you come
Well,
in
that's true.
probably sends a negative message to the kids.
That's true. And when they ask things like, have you had any fever or whatever? And I'm like, I don't know. I should check it right now. Things like that. I don't know. I try to be funny. And I know that sometimes that comes across as...
Yeah, sometimes they just don't. They probably just don't get it.
Probably not.
I get that.
Maybe I should come in like full costume, like a chicken costume or something. Feathers and everything.
I mean, that would be pretty awesome.
And I would just say, sorry, I couldn't change. I just got off work.
You could come in as Sasquatch.
There you go. And just grunt. Who's your appointment with? Doctor, we've got a weirdo up front.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Dave. He's okay.
It's okay. He's okay. He just has tertiary syphilis. It's okay. His brain's messed up.
No problem.
He's okay.
No problem.
He's got a gamma. It's
Give him some penicillin.
It's okay. We'll be
clear it
okay.
up.
We'll be okay. Yeah, there's no recovery from
There's
that.
not.
No.
I actually want to jump to this. I think I'm going to skip the Discovery Center because
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. So let's go to Middle Tennessee and go to the Discovery Channel. Come again now.
it's Discovery Center.
Discovery Center.
Yeah.
Discovery Center.
There's nothing to discover.
Winner, Discovery Center.
I discovered something. All right, it was a waste of money. We'll
Sorry.
talk. Maybe we can get to it next week.
Sorry, Discovery
But I want to get to this.
Center.
This was something else I was reading this week. It was people were talking about the greatest TV shows of all time. Their greatest TV shows of all time.
Dun 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 dun.
That's one for sure.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I'm interested
Na, 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 na,
in what some of your favorite shows of. Oh, and I've got speaking of the A-Team, Mr. T is just outside and has something to say.
Cut out the jibber jabber.
Singing MASH.
Yeah, no, I knew. I didn't think you were going through the whole song, but
I was trying to get there, man. Don't judge me.
so what? I mean, so like,
So top TV shows for me?
yeah,
Well, there was a point in my life here where the TV just kind of ended for a long time because that was when I was in the thralls of all the other things, and it was mainly if I got to watch some TV, I was watching sports. Like
that's when you were in the porn industry.
That's right.
Yeah, it's hard to watch your own work.
Well, when you're looking at greatness every day, when you get up, you don't have to rewatch it. Just saying.
It's the burden of being. Was it burden of being wonderful or beautiful? Steel Panther song. Anyway,
It is.
yeah,
That's right.
it's a burden.
So all-time favorite TV shows
Yeah,
for me,
for you.
I would say the A-Team.
Yeah.
Actually, well, so am I ranking them or am I just
No,
naming
just
them?
no.
Okay.
You don't have to.
Okay.
Rank. You can rank them if you want.
So really and truly, my two most favorite, three. I'll put three in there. Really of all time, in my top three, ER seriously, 24. The following takes place between the hours of 8 p.m. and 9 p.m.
Never watched either of those
Events
shows.
occur in real time.
Yeah.
I did really. I liked House, though I probably was not. So I would actually probably put Yellowstone in there.
Yeah.
I really, and it stinks because of all the things with the writer's strike and then Kevin Costner. Anyway, but Yellowstone is one of my favorites, and that's probably the fact that it's so new is probably part of that too. House is definitely in there. I mean, I can remember, watching. I mean, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I mean, I thought that show was awesome.
Yeah.
And now you think about that, and you're like, gosh, what a turd.
Yeah.
I would say, obviously TGIF was a big thing, with Family Matters and Step by Step and all that stuff. Those were some fun shows, some fun. Full House. My kids love Full House now, so that was some good stuff. And I would probably just lump in that TGIF just kind of as an all encompassing thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that. What else? I'm trying to think of what else I really got into. Walking Dead. Probably actually up until when Andrew Lincoln left. So I guess that was season 6. So Walking Dead's probably in there for some of my all-time favorite before he left. And then again, to me, it just wasn't quite the same. So I'd probably throw that in there. I'm trying to think. And you're talking about actors creating a show, right? Not Wings. I would put Wings in there.
Wings is a good show.
I like Wings. There with Tom Daly and Steven Weber. Yeah.
Interestingly enough, Steven Weber had a show
Thomas Hayden Church
that was originally called Cursed, and they decided to change the name of it because they thought Cursed, that wasn't what they wanted to go with, and they changed it to the Steven Weber Show.
Interesting.
There's you some TV trivia.
How about that?
Yeah.
That is.
It was after Wings.
That is kind of
Wangs.
Wangs.
It's after Wangs.
Silk Stockings. No, I'm just kidding.
I liked watching
Baywatch.
That show. I like watching that show come on, and that one too. Yeah.
Some people stand in the darkness, afraid to step into the light.
This was me watching that show come on.
Right? I mean,
It's like, why is she running? Nobody cares.
it doesn't matter.
Don't tell her.
It doesn't matter why she's running. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think I would probably leave it at that.
Yeah.
I think yeah, that's probably plenty. And I probably have led. I mean, Doogie Howser was kind of fun for a little bit. But definitely, I mean, ER, no doubt. Again, throwing in House. I think, yeah, I would probably go ER 24. I don't know who you throw in after that, but ER and 24 definitely two of my most favorite ever.
Yeah.
And after that, it's kind of hard to really rank them probably after that.
So for me, the TGIF thing, yeah. I mean, I watched that when I was growing up. I was a big Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fan.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big Cosby Show fan.
Yeah, I should have said Cosby Show. Right. And again, we're not endorsing the things that Bill Cosby did. We're talking about the show.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not the same thing. Yeah, Cosby Show was good.
I'm not going to say it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Cosby Show. I loved Frasier. And I loved
the
Cheers.
original Frasier, not the redo.
Yeah, the redo's not that bad.
Do you like the redo?
It's not that
I heard
bad.
a lot of people didn't like the redo.
You got to give it a chance, and like
you got to take
your
it for
mind has to get to like he's at a different place now.
Gotcha. I got you.
But
gotcha.
It can't recreate that.
No, it's not going to be the same show. It can't be.
So I loved Frasier. I loved Cheers.
Where everybody knows your name.
That show kind of got a little stale after a while too. They kept that on for a little too long, I think, too.
Yeah. But again, you had your core following, and it's still very successful.
And it was huge.
Friends. Did you like Friends?
Loved Friends. Let's see what else. I liked Wings. I liked Boston Public. I thought
Boston Public. Yeah, that was pretty
really
good.
Chia McBride.
Yeah.
Chia.
Or is it just Chai or Kai?
I don't know.
I thought it was Kai McBride.
I call him Chia.
Chia McBride.
And the reason I call him Chia is because he is bald, and it's kind of like an oxymoron.
Chia.
So
That's awesome.
So I like that show.
That was a good show.
How I Met Your Mother, still love that show. We've watched that all the way through. House is still one of my favorites. It's fun. I don't know if you can say this is a TV show or not, but Saturday Night Live is my all-time favorite because
I think you should include
I've
that.
seen every episode of SNL. And
it is a performing show. No, I think that's legitimate.
When people ask me like, Dave, you're always joking around and stuff, where'd you get that at? I'm like, well, as a kid, I grew up watching Howard Stern on the E! Network, Johnny Carson, David Letterman, and Saturday Night Live.
Right.
That's who I am, folks. Love me or leave me. And again, that was another one too, the David Letterman show, because Letterman was an innovator. And then that jackass took his show, that dipshit. Screw that guy. I can't believe people are still friends with him. What a dumbass. Sorry. I'll let you people figure out who I'm talking about. Let's see. What else? You know what though? Outside of Saturday Night Live, my favorite show of all time was The Sopranos. I loved that show. That show was
Woke up this morning.
Alabama 3.
Got yourself a gun.
That show was just, and again, David Chase did a great job with it, and he took years and studied the mob, and like he wrote that into the show, and the ending was awful. But I don't know how you end a show like that anyway.
Well, and that's probably part of that struggle. And that was not one that I ever really followed because we never had HBO.
Yeah.
Never had the special channels.
No Skinamax.
No Skinamax. No Showtime late at night. Man, I'm not going to tell you.
No Cinemax after like 11 o'clock on a Saturday night.
Oh, I know. Showtime would have that too.
Oh, yeah.
You just have to stay up late.
Yeah, it was lesbian fest on Cinemax.
But see, we didn't have any of that, and I'm pretty sure that's why. I think people are like, no, we're not promoting any of that.
So I had Cinemax, but it was because my neighbor had Cinemax. I'll let you people figure that one out on your own. I'm pretty technical and crafty, and it didn't really care about what I did years and years ago.
It's okay.
But
it's
yeah,
okay.
The Sopranos, probably my favorite of all time because that show, it's so hard not to love all those characters, and they're all evil.
Nobody was good. Right. Nobody was good.
Everybody was, they're just all bad. And I feel like I'm leaving something out though. Alf. No.
From Melmac.
From Melmac, eats cats. I feel like, oh, you know what? A show that I loved. I did like the A-Team too. I didn't mention it, but I figured Knight Rider.
Knight Rider. I did leave out. I did leave
with
out
the
Knight
Hoff.
Rider. I did leave out.
But
Knight
do
Rider.
you remember
Nobody
a show,
hassles the Hoff.
Courtney Cox's first show that she was ever on, The Misfits of Science?
No.
Do you not? You don't remember?
No, I do remember her in Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
There's just some trivia right
yeah.
there. You did, yeah.
Yeah, no, that
No,
was
the
good.
Misfits of Science. No, I remember Weird Science.
Yeah, that was
Weird Science. You know, it was a movie with Kelly LeBrock,
And then a
they
TV
did
show.
the TV show.
No, the Misfits of Science were just people with weird powers that didn't make any
No.
damn sense.
No, what was that on?
It was NBC.
No,
it came on Friday night on NBC. Yeah, no, it was like right before or after the A-Team.
Really?
Yeah, when the A-Team finally moved to Friday nights.
I did not know.
And see, NBC finally stopped putting things like that on Friday night because they're like, nobody watches this shit on Friday. It's Friday night. People were doing stuff. So that's why Thursday night got so big.
Was because people were doing
Yeah,
stuff.
because then you're home on Thursday.
I mean, TGIF was kind of the wheelhouse of that, and then that kind of faded out. You know what I mean?
TGIF, the ABC was pretty bold in doing that because again, it's Friday night. But what they played on was the families with younger kids are probably home,
Right.
right,
And that's
where the A-Team
that was
appealed to a little
right.
older audience,
and
So,
that was exactly what happened.
yeah. So TGIF got really big. But and I watched all those. But
Step by step,
Misfits of Science,
day by day.
Did you know that step by step, two of the stars from that, Blonde 1 and Blonde 2, sorry folks, I can't remember names. Both of them are good looking.
Wasn't Suzanne Summers on that show?
She was, yeah. So
Patrick Duffy.
the two daughters, the two
Yeah.
blonde daughters,
Yeah.
the two good looking blonde.
Yes.
They're doing a podcast now and rewatching the show while they're on the podcast.
Oh.
Because the one girl, I think her name's Stacy.
Yeah, Stacey Keenan.
There you go. There it is.
Or was it Stacey Keach? Stacey
Something.
yeah, Stacey
So
Keach.
she says she's never watched the show.
Really?
Yeah, so her and the other Hottie McHotterson are watching it now together and talking about it on a podcast.
Yeah, Stacey Keenan.
There you go. Look at you.
Because she was on My Two Dads. You can count on me.
Greg Evigan
No matter
and Paul
what
Reiser.
you do. Yeah, you can count on me.
That show was so stupid. The premise of that show was so stupid. I liked the show, but the premise was just stupid. We don't know which one of you two are the dads. Well, seems like there's tests for that.
Stacey Keenan's a lawyer.
Is she?
She's a law professor
It does not surprise me.
and former actress.
Yeah.
She went to UCLA, Southwestern Law School.
I heard she was extremely intelligent.
Well, I mean, a lot of them are. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Even Alf.
Her name was Anastasia Love Zagorski.
Was that in her porn days?
No,
Like,
that's her birth name. She was born in Devon, Pennsylvania. She's been an attorney since 2013. She's
The fuck?
Married to Guy Birtwistle.
What the hell's wrong with her?
Guy Birtwistle.
She could have married me. I thought she was cute.
Anastasia Love Zagorski. No sugar.
How about that?
She married actor and producer Guy Birtwistle in 2017. They don't have any kids.
Well, yeah.
Because didn't the other blonde girl, didn't she have like it was like what would historically be called a boy name in the show?
Maybe.
What was her name? Shoot.
Bill.
It was not Bill. Shut the... No.
William, get in here. Call me Bill, Dad. My Three Dads. Hey, you know, if they did a show now called My Two Dads, it would mean something totally different.
Would it really?
Well, yeah, it would.
What would it be?
Well, no, if they had a show today called My Two Dads, it would be about something completely different.
That is not...
You're not listening.
No. If it was called My Two Dads, it would be something completely different.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, before it was one of the two of them were
Al.
actually
She
her
was
dad.
Alicia, but when she went by Al, that's
Oh,
what it was.
okay. All right.
They called her Al. Al Lambert. Yeah, no, she was pretty tough.
He loses attention sometimes, folks.
Christine Lakin.
Yeah.
She was the other one that.
Yeah, so it's the two Hottie McCollums.
Al.
Yeah.
Al is the one. That's the one.
It'd be like having a show now called My Two Moms.
That's terrible.
It'd be,
You were terrible. She married Brandon Brill.
Well, she's married too?
Yeah, they both got married. Man.
Carrie Underwood's married? For God's sake.
She's got 2 kids.
Oh, God.
Al does. Christine Lakin.
How about that?
She was in Showtime's Reefer Madness.
Of course she was. Of course she was.
That's so, man, okay.
I feel like I'm leaving a show out, though.
Family Guy?
No, I mean, I've not.
Simpsons?
So I watched The Simpsons when I was younger. But in Family Guy, I watched clips of that. And I like the show. Like, I don't have anything more.
So a guy says that he's having trouble hearing. And the doctor says, oh, really? And the guy says, yeah. And he goes, well, what are your symptoms? He goes, well, Homer's fat and Marge has blue hair.
I don't know.
That took you away. You had no idea that was coming.
No, that was good. No.
What are your symptoms?
Yeah, no,
Homer's
I
fat and Marge has blue hair. He obviously couldn't read lips. He was a cunning linguist. No, he wasn't.
Hey-oh.
We've lost all rationality.
Yeah, I got
okay.
I got nothing else.
It's okay.
I got nothing else.
That's our show. That's what we do.
This is exactly what we do. I don't know, folks.
But we got the right theme song back. We got a lot of negative feedback for that brief. I'm just saying.
You tell those people to come talk to me face to face.
They'll hear the show and they'll know.
Do you know how much effort I put into that? At least 3 minutes.
Will you wrestle them?
Yes.
Okay. We'll put a bounce house out in the back. It'll be a backyard brawl.
But they got it.
Hailing from parts unknown.
No stink face.
No.
I don't want to get stink face.
No, or turtle head face.
I don't want to get anything.
No shikishi. No shikishi.
Nothing in my face, please. Especially if it dangles.
Don't want to catch crabs.
Or jiggles. No jiggle or dangle.
No jiggle wiggle.
From the male species in my face, please.
No, and no dingleberries. That's it.
Folks, this has been episode 76 of the Dave and Doc podcast, and I apologize. All things Dave and Doc are on our website at DaveDoc076.com. That's Dave A&D Doc D-O-C.
A bidet.
.com.
Everybody needs a bidet.
I like to have one.
That's it.
I want the one
Keep it
that,
fresh and clean.
I like the one that dries you too. Squirts and dry.
Suck it out. That's what we're about. Thank you, everybody watching. Thank you, Canada. Thank you, Germany. Thank you, Asia.
Yeah. If you're on a continent, thank you.
It was the heat of the moment.
It was.
Appreciate you.
See you. Bye. Bye.